now that you have analyzed the John Travolta model and you have found both advantages of the way they represented what was happening with static electricity and some things they didn't do so well on, you're going to go back and evaluate and adjust your own model, your own representation of what was happening with the tape when it was pulled off the table and why sometimes it repelled and in some situations it attracted. Okay, so let's kind of think through each step of what we saw. Okay, so we know from our model that we saw that when the electrons flowed into John Travolta, they then spread out. And that told us that like charges repel. So that means that probably what's happening when we had the two pieces side by side of tape and we pulled them up and then they repelled each other, that must mean that they both had the same charge. So we want to make sure that we draw that out on our paper. We also saw that he gained extra electrons as a result of rubbing his foot on the carpet. So that must mean that when we pulled the tape off the table, that's kind of like rubbing. It's friction, right? There's a rubbing of the tape against the table. And so that's probably where the extra electrons came from. To illustrate this good, we need to show before and after pictures. So like, what did the tape look like before as far as charges? What did the tape look like after as far as the charges? Okay. You want to make sure you're using symbols, and hopefully you can do a better job than the John Travoltage. Like, they didn't include a legend telling us that the negative symbols were electrons. You might want to do that. They didn't show where the electrons came from. They just popped out of nowhere. Hopefully you can do a better job than that. They also didn't show the entire atom. Maybe you can figure out how to do that to show that there's positive charges in atoms too. So those are all some ideas that you can utilize as you adjust your model. Good luck.